at the end of the day, the choice still was mine to leave or to remove myself from those people or circumstances that did not feel good to me. And I didn't always do that. Sometimes I would make excuses for people. I would make up a story that what I felt, what I was seeing wasn't real. Like they didn't mean that. I would do that kind of thing because I wanted to try to have like the benefit of the doubt with people, like I would want people to have with me. So it didn't feel comfortable to try to be like, well, how am I going to hold myself accountable for something somebody else did? They're the one that lied. They're the one that was abusive. They're the one that was neglectful. They're the one that did something to me. I hold myself accountable because I need to take a step back and look at the situation and see that there still is a part that I played in it. And the reasons for that part were the reasons because I was scared to lose that person or having somebody. Was the reason because I didn't think that I had another option in a situation. Doubts, fears about my own self contributed to some of the people and the circumstances I found myself in that I was not happy or healthy in. So accountability, try not to focus on blame and fault, especially in regard to yourself. Especially if you weren't the one who did anything. I would take accountability as something that you can do to learn more about yourself so that you then develop the ability to see things, as we say, a mile away and not get involved in them. Or if you do end up involved in something, you will have the discernment that you need to go, you know what? I don't like how that looked. I understand people can make mistakes and, sometimes people need a second chance, but I'm not comfortable about that. I'm going to have to leave. I'm going to have to remove myself. Once you begin taking accountability, you'll start to have that ability to know what you will and will not tolerate, because they say what you tolerate will continue. And it will show up in other places. So catch this one. You cannot tolerate it in this situation and turn around and find yourself in another situation that looks and feels just like that one, because you never took accountability for you. So you kind of open the door for it all over again. It just has on a different outfit, or it comes in a different shape, but different situation. So I just wanted to come on here really quick and just talk about holding yourself accountable for your life as an adult. Stop holding yourself accountable for your life, because at the end of the day, it's no one else's responsibility for your happiness, your healthiness, or your safety than you. As an adult. As a child, that's a different story. As an adult, you are responsible for that. And so you have to take that into your own hands. No one knows what you need more than you. And if you feel like you don't know what you need, that's a sign to start getting to know who you are. I'm doing that. I'm not talking in this message like I got all the answers, because I don't. But I'm learning the more I know who I am, I'm able to make different decisions. And some of those decisions, I'm like, wow, I can't believe I made this decision. Because before I had the information and the affirmations and everything else that I've been putting into myself to learn and change, I would have done something differently. I know I would have. There are certain situations where I know I would have done something differently that was my old self. So when I see myself make a different move, I be happy about that. And it all is because I'm getting to know myself. Shh, 1 second. It's all because I'm getting to know myself. And one of the struggles that I've had with that is, how you gonna be the age that you are talking about you don't know yourself? It can happen. It can happen. I'm not gonna get ready to go. I'm not gonna go into it. But there's a lot of circumstances and situations where people do not know themselves. They don't know themselves. They're not taught to know themselves. They haven't learned to know themselves. And then when things that you need for you to start knowing yourself start to fall into place, you really do start to feel like you're about to live a different life. And the one that I feel like I'm getting ready to live is one that I want to be living. And if I feel that way with where I am now, and I know I still got a lot of work to do, I can just imagine how that life is going to feel when I do a lot more work. Woo-hoo-hoo! Baby! I'm ready for it. And do I want it to go perfectly and smoothly? Of course. I don't want nothing to happen from day to day. I want to live my life perfectly. Little schedule I have. I want to see myself being consistent and disciplined and determined. You know what I mean? I want to see myself be committed. But as I move into that next level of myself, I am going to have to realize that there's going to be some days where things are not going to look exactly how I want them to look. And guess what? I do a better job in handling those days. Because, baby, let me tell you, when I was going through some rough waters in my life, I was out here behaving crazy. I can't even be that me if I wanted to. I can't even dig that up no more and be that. So I know those changes have taken place. And I'm very proud of myself. That's another thing. As you make your changes and you see yourself doing things differently, give yourself some credit. Be kind to yourself, because I can beat myself up real bad. And that's not a practice of self-love. It's not really easy for me to say that, but I'm holding myself accountable for how I treat myself. At the end of the day, how can I expect you to treat me a certain kind of way if I'm not treating me a certain kind of way? You know what I'm saying? That didn't feel good to say, but it's the truth. And see, now I can do something different.